they're at. Welcome, race fans, to the All American Sim Racing Network's presentation of the All American Racing League's Orr Lawncare Truck Series. I am your host, David Hillbilly Hera, and in the booth with me tonight is David Lefano. David, we're at Nashville Fairgrounds, just finishing up practice. How are you doing tonight? What do you think this race is gonna give us here this evening?
Hey, buddy. Yeah, I'm doing great. Looking forward to this one. This one's going to be fun. Call it a short track, not your, a track you normally see these trucks on, but just over half a mile. Corners are pretty similar on either end, so that shouldn't be a huge issue. The track is very bumpy here, especially on, I believe it's corner exit at two. Pretty much all the way around this place. It's going to be a challenge for these drivers here tonight, but hopefully they can figure this place out early on and settle in and give us a show.
Yeah, absolutely. This should be very exciting, very entertaining race. We have, I believe, 15 drivers taking the field tonight in the We Will Never Forget 150. Today is September the 11th. It's 21-year anniversary of that tragic day when America was attacked, and more importantly, a lot of people pulled together in the aftermath of the events of 9/11. So we just want to pay a little homage to the families and that lost loved ones on that tragic day, and also to the first responders that were there and put their lives at risk to get people out safely.
Yeah, absolutely. It's hard to believe that was 21 years ago, I believe. So it seems like it was just yesterday. I think we all remember where we were and when it all happened. So definitely, you know, give a little homage to everyone involved in that tragic day.
Yeah, what we'd like to do right now while we're waiting for qualifying to wrap up, we're gonna take have a moment of silence here and play a little screen share for you guys, just kind of some images that you'll see, um, or reminding you to never forget. All right, folks, and that there being the last image, being a picture of the building built in memory of that day, 21 years ago today. But tonight we are at Nashville Fairgrounds for the We Will Never Forget 150, the Orr Lawncare Truck Series. Dave, I think this is going to be exciting. I'm stoked. I know this is a difficult track. I know you put some practice laps in around there, as you were mentioning earlier, giving us some info on the track. But hopefully, not a whole lot of mayhem. But being that it's just a little over half mile, I kind of expect that we're going to see something like that.
Yeah, this, like I said before, this place is really tough. I think once they get through the early on stage of this race, I think you're going to see a handful of cautions here. A lot of these drivers just trying to figure out the boundaries a little bit with cars around them. I think we'll see them kind of stretch out here later in a run and get some longer green flag runs. It'll be a little shaky here early on. I mean, maybe not. Maybe they'll surprise me and figure this place out and have some long runs early out the gate. But it is definitely a tough, challenging track for these drivers here tonight.
Yeah, we were seeing in practice. Johnny May was the top of the charts there. Looks like right now he's third on the grid in qualifying. Um, But we did talk to Johnny a little bit before the race, and he was saying that the first few laps you can keep pretty consistent times, and then the fall off is pretty dramatic after those first few laps. Um, I personally haven't driven the trucks here in a very long time, so I don't recall or know what the latest tire model is compared to this track surface. But it appears to be a very I know it's kind of an abrasive track. So do you think that that's going to tire wear is going to be an issue tonight?
Yeah, I think it's going to play a factor. This is an older track. Hasn't been paved in quite a while. So very very abrasive, bumpy. I think you're going to see some of these trucks. From what I've seen in practice, I think some of them are going to run that, lane and a half to 2 lanes up, and I think it's a little less bumpy up there as well, and keep some momentum in the truck. So it'll be interesting how it shakes out and where these guys put these trucks.
Looks like our drivers are taking the grid as qualifying is now wrapped up. Let's see the pace car out there on pit road. So we have your pole sitter tonight is Christian Delgado, Chad Snyder second, Johnny May is third, Adam Angerstein Ryan's is fourth, Sean Purcell is fifth, Kyle Purcell is sixth, Justin Horton seventh, eighth is Jackson Mentor, ninth is Corey Cheshire, 10th is Don Manning, Charlie Dickey's 11th, Tyrone Yo will roll off 12th. 13th is Rodney Uberpacker. And Nathan Christensen rounds out your top 14. 14 trucks will be taking the green flag tonight.
Yeah, and a little bit smaller field than we normally see with these trucks. Don't know what the reasoning is, but hopefully they put on a good show. It's good to see Chad Snyder back up near the top of the list here in qualifying. Looks like we got 3 Fords up front, followed by a Toyota, and another Ford so 4 Fords in the top 5.
Yeah, and that's you're right about Chad Snyder back here and performing well. I know he's been putting in some work, so I look for him to have a pretty good run tonight. I believe a lot of the drivers, I was seeing something in our Discord. Some of the drivers don't have this track, and just didn't get a chance to pick it up or weren't that interested in picking up this particular track for tonight's race. But nonetheless, we will have 14 trucks, and they are going to keep it exciting all night long, and we're going to bring it to you here all night long. The roll-off pit road.
So I believe here they'll be doing maybe 2 pace laps before we go green. So as we said before, the front row is going to be Christian Delgado in that 13 truck, and to his outside will be Chad Snyder in that number 26 Ford.
One more time around, and we'll get this thing going. The pace car should drop off this time by.
And I'm sure a lot of these drivers are a little anxious, ready to go. They had a week off, get back in this truck and see, itching to get it going green here.
Yeah, in the All-American Racing League's Julio Cornhole Board Series is running in Nashville as well as the Cup Series as the pace car is off the track. That's Nashville Super Speedway. Christian Delgado will bring us to the green flag, and they're off.
Oh, something happened to Chad Snyder back there.
Let's see if we can find out what happened with Chad.
A little pile up out of the gate here.
Oh, Chad missed a gear. Oh, no. It appears that Chad Snyder may have missed the gear. So unfortunate.
Yeah, well, that's what it looks like to me. It looks like he missed a shift there.
He runs in the Cup Series that I was mentioning earlier in our Truckers Feed America Cup Series, and in that next gen car, you're pulling back to shift because of the sequential shifter. So I just wonder if, because of that habit, and then moving to the pattern shifting again, the H pattern, if that's why he may have missed that gear.
That may have played a factor. I know Chad does run an 8 shifter, and he's got it converted over to run sequential as well. So that could have played a big factor in that, of missing that. Not necessarily missing the shift, but throwing it in the wrong gear.
Yeah, because that's what it kind of looked like. His rear tires locked up about the time he would have been shifting. So I'm just wondering if he shifted from going from second to third, maybe he, I don't know, downshifted back to first or something, because it definitely locked up and you saw him kind of go to the inside to try to get out of the way, but the tires were locked, and it shot him to the right and into that outside wall, right at that opening.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. It caught a few other trucks here early on as well. I think Nathan Christensen was in that. Kyle Purcell was in that. They're both on pit road. I'm not sure if Chad came down pit road as well. Looks like he may have.
Yep, sure did. As well as Tyrone Yo, Chad Snyder, Don Manning, all been down pit road.
I believe they do get 2 quick repairs in this series, so hopefully some of these drivers are able to make some repairs, by sitting on pit road, repairing some of that without using their quick repairs this early. But I do know Chad Snyder had to use one on his. Looked like he had blown the motor on that truck.
Very unfortunate first, I'm not going to say first turn, didn't make it there as the pace car is off. Christian Delgado will be bringing us to the green flag with Johnny May on his outside. And he's off. The 13 gets a good jump out of the 69. Caught the 69 sleeping.
And the 69 is going to run that high line a little bit. Clears the 00 Sean Purcell.
Wow, hits the wall a little bit there going down the straightaway. No harm, no foul.
Yeah, just a few little scrapes on the right side of that 69 truck.
Yeah, he's wearing the numbers off early on.
But right now, everybody's kind of playing this out, feeling it out. They're all single file. It's like back through the entirety of the single file. Next battle we have is for the 10th position, I believe, the 9th position. We've got Charlie Dickey and Jackson Minter side by side.
Trucks are running, they're getting up to about 122 mile an hour, folks, 125 miles an hour down these short straightaways, and then abruptly getting on that brake and getting woed down to, some cases 85 mile an hour.
Yeah, and if you just watch the nose of these trucks, you can really see how bumpy this track really is. I mean, you see these trucks moving around quite a bit through the corners here.
Oh, the 28 sideways. He's right into our camera. Couldn't get much luckier than that, folks, as far as catching the wreck. I don't know why the caution didn't fly for that. He was the last truck on the lead lap.
And it looks like it does stay green.
Watch it again from this angle. This must have been post-wreck. Okay, so there he goes. Still under the green flag as that truck was able to get moving and pull off, as we just saw before the leaders were able to get around. Back to live racing. Christian Delgado is your leader. Johnny May still holding on to that second position, followed by Sean Purcell, Dustin Horton, and Corey Cheshire rounding out the top 5. Going to take a quick commercial break here, folks. We'll be right back with you. You won't miss a thing, so stay tuned.
Back to more racing action right after this. Looking for a way to elevate your sim racing league? Beta TV offers affordable sim racing broadcast while maintaining top-notch quality. Beta TV can tailor season packages and single race events to fit any budget. You can message them for more details and pricing on Facebook or find Beta TV on Twitch. Beta TV. Beta TV. Beta TV. Quality sim racing broadcasting for any racing enthusiast. You're listening to Sim Racing Action from the AARL Lawncare Truck E-Series in the All-American Racing League, a competition e-racing league that develops new drivers to start them on their path to exciting e-racing competition. Now, back to our broadcast booth for more racing action on the ORR Lawncare Truck E-Series, part of the...
And we are back like we never left. You see Christian Delgado is still your leader, followed by Johnny May. John Purcell is still in the third position. Nothing changing throughout the top 5 so far. Sixth position, we have the 16 Band-Aid Machine, Kyle Purcell. Adam Angerstein's hunting him down there in 7th. Rodney Uberpacker is 8th. Charlie Dickey's 9th. And Nathan Christensen rounds out the top 10. Chad Snyder, currently 1 lap down. First car 1 lap down. He's looking for that caution, Dave. I think he gets that caution, maybe he can get back in this time.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, we got a couple battles going on around the racetrack that, could present a caution here for Chad. We've got Justin Horton has caught the rear bumper of Sean Purcell for 3rd, just see him keep looking for a way around that 00 truck. Can't quite get it, but he's battling hard up here for that 3rd position.
Yeah, and that second groove seems to be the way to go. How we were seeing Johnny May run that little bit higher line. Seems to be wearing him, but do you expect that the lower groove or even a lane higher, maybe that 3rd lane will ever come in this race?
I mean, I'm not sure. I mean, it looks like right now that kind of 2nd lane is the place to be. It keeps a little bit more momentum. If it was me, I'd keep beating that bottom like I normally do, trying to make something work. I think maybe you can get your nose in there and move someone. You might have to move someone up the hill to make that pass by the looks of how this race is going at the moment. So we'll see. Oh, yeah, I see that.
39.
So Justin Horton lost it.
And he was able to gather it up, stay out of that inside wall, though, so good save.
That allows Corey Cheshire to close in a little bit on Justin Horton.
Yeah, he's just about 2 trucks off of him right now. Seems to really gain on him on entry, and then Justin Horton's able to pull away on exit, another half lane or half truck or so.
Yeah, but up front it's still all Christian Delgado. Looks like he's up to just over a 2nd lead here over Johnny May.
Yeah, he has that lead, but like you say, Johnny's not letting him get too far out. And
I'm kind of watching it. Looks like Johnny's kind of reeling him in ever so slightly. He's down now to 0.6 of a second.
Yeah, and the 13's, in lap traffic. Let's see if Johnny has as much trouble getting around Don Manning as Christian Delgado did. So the 13 had a bit of trouble getting around that 92, and it's allowed Johnny to close in on him as Johnny's now trying to make his move to the inside of the 92. And caught him at the wrong time. That exit, he needed that track to get up there on exit a little bit and couldn't do it, so had to slow up, but has now made that pass around the lap truck with the 92. Don Manning.
Yeah, I think a lot of these leaders, when they catch the slower trucks, they're hoping that maybe those slower trucks stay on the bottom. Looks like that higher line is the place to be, but you get stuck down on the bottom, it's kind of hard to make that pass.
Yeah, I mean, not so bad on entry or center of the corner, but definitely on exit. If you get pinned down there, you lose a ton of time getting up off and down these straightaways.
Because now Delgado has stretched that lead out to a 2.5 over May. Right now everyone's minding their P's and Q's, settled in. Not too many battles going on that I can see through the field at the moment.
Yeah, it looks like the 26, which he's a lap down, but he and the 16 are running pretty strong there together. Again, not for position, but the 26 looks like he's got a little faster truck than that 16 at the moment. And the 9 of Angerstein's making his way around the lap truck of Nathan Christensen. Your leaders, Christian Delgado, still pulled out now to 1.5 seconds over Johnny May. Really fast truck. You know, this truck looks good going around the track. You know, he's bouncing as everyone else does through 1 and 2. You see the nose of that truck bouncing. It does it again in 3 and 4. But I think that's everybody. You know, they're all running a fixed setup in this league, so there's not much changing that. But he seems to be able to handle this truck quite well in that lane and line that he's running around with 1 and 2 and 3 and 4.
Yeah, and right now Delgado, once they've got single file clear of all the slower trucks here, he's been able to stretch that lead now over 2 seconds over Johnny May. So right now Delgado is the guy to beat. Looks good out there. He's nice and smooth, consistent, just driving away.
Yeah, and I'm not sure. I don't know what a fuel run is here, or tire wear. Unfortunately, I don't have that data. But the lap times have dropped off. Considerably, almost a second now. In just the first 37 laps of this race.
Yeah, so I would suspect here in the next, 25, 30 laps, maybe 1.5 to 2 seconds fall off, which is typical on the short tracks. Like I said, don't have that data to see when these drivers are going to pit, how long a fuel run is, how long these tires are going to hold up. So we'll see as it plays out.
We're watching the action around the track. You see your full field rundown there on the left. Jackson Minter has hung it up. He's out of this race. I know he had some issues there early on. And he's been down. Saw him come to pit road several times. I believe that truck is just out of commission for tonight. So interesting things just developing as we speak. They've just put the 37 a lap down. So where we were thinking Chad Snyder has some work to do now if he wants to get up here and be the first car 1 lap down. Right now that is Charlie Dickey. If a caution were to come out, Charlie Dickey would get his lap back and be right back on the lead lap with the rest of these drivers.
Actually, I believe there's 2 cars in front of Chad. I think Rodney Uberpacker won a lap down prior to Dickey. So I think it's...
Yep.
Yeah,
that is correct.
2.
Yeah, those that's the ground he'd have to make off. He's currently just trying to make his way around the 17 now, and does so. And now is trying to set his sights on catching Charlie Dickey. But the gap between Dickey and Snyder is 9 seconds. Or I'm sorry, a little over 9.5 seconds. Just saw, I think it was Adam Angerstein got really, really loose and went down towards that inside wall. And in practice, that's what we were seeing happen. Is guys, driving it in on the entry, getting really loose, and it by the time they correct it on exit, they were coming down towards the inside wall.
Yeah, just in the little practice I did here before the race, just to kind of get a feel of it. You got to be real easy on the brakes. You overshoot your corner and have to really jab the brakes. It upsets the truck, gets a little free, and a lot of times once it gets free, it just wants to come around on you.
The 13 is working on the 3 truck of Nathan Christensen to put him another lap down. And the 13, our leader, makes that pass without any problem. Nathan kept it up and out of the way there to kind of let the faster truck get by. And with the times being over a second off pace right now, unless if I can't go 75 laps to do this on one stop, then I'm going to stop at 50 because I'm going to have to break it into 2 different runs anyway. I would short pit at 50 and try to gain some of the speed, especially if I'm some of the guys like Kyle Purcell or Adam Engerstein who are running 9 to 12 seconds off the leader's pace right now anyway.
Yeah, I mean, if I was in Kyle Purcell's shoes, Adam Angerstein's shoes, I think I'd be tempted to try something. Maybe short pit the leaders, try to make up a little bit of ground. But the unfortunate part here is on the short track, just about a half mile. I think you're going to go down at least 2 laps, I would think, by pitting under green if those leaders stay out, being that far back. But I think you're right. I think you're forced to try to maybe do something different to try to gain an advantage.
Yeah, that risk versus reward, that's kind of the thing. There could be quite a bit of reward to doing it if that caution doesn't come out. But, I don't know. It's a small field. We might get by. Everybody's kind of spread out. I don't know how much, the drivers are realizing that, if they're running their relatives or whatever and know how spread out the field is. But that may be your only shot at catching Christian Delgado unless he has some type of problem.
Yeah, I mean, right now the fall off looks to be, about a second, almost second and a half of time fall off on these tires.
Johnny May's had some problem. He's got damage to the driver's side door. As we see, Adam Angerstein almost runs down and goes into the inside wall. I'm not sure. That was odd. Sure what happened with his truck there.
Yeah, I have to I'll try to find that out. Looks like Johnny's dropped from second back to fourth.
He's got a lot of damage on the driver's side now. I wasn't seeing earlier. Go back and see where he got passed. Maybe I can find that. See if this is it, folks. Don Purcell gets. They are teammates here, I believe. Oh, Johnny just got loose and into the inside wall.
Got loose off and sent him all the way to the inside wall.
There it is, folks. We were fortunately able to find that, show you at home what happened with Johnny. As Christian Delgado is your leader, Sean Purcell was back 5 seconds in second. Corey Shesher is third. Adam Angerstein is fourth. Johnny May rounds out your top 5. As Johnny May is getting pressure by the 39.
And it does look like Horton and the 39 is going to get to the inside of Johnny May here. Try to take away that 5th position.
Yeah, that damage, this is a short track. Not sure how much that damage is unless he bent something in the front end a little bit. Or maybe he's just overcooked those tires. Now, if I were Johnny May, it may be beneficial to short pit, at least 10 laps over these other drivers. I mean, before you fall back too far.
Yeah, we got one smoking down here down the back.
Yeah,
looks like
Tyrone
Yo. That could bring out a caution if he cannot get back around.
He has it down on the pit lane entry now. And he's into the pits.
And he does. Yeah, he makes it. So no caution.
We're on lap 61 of the We'll Never Forget 150 the Orr Lawncare Truck Series, part of the All-American Racing League. Folks, you can tune in to Sim Racing Media's broadcast of our All-American Racing League's Truckers Feed America Cup Series on Tuesday at 8:25 p.m. Eastern, over on their YouTube channel, Sim Racing Media. You may know it as Esports Broadcasting Network. I do believe that name has changed, but you can still find it by searching Esports Broadcasting Network on YouTube as well. Check us out. We're in Nashville for that series as well, except for it's the Nashville Super Speedway, which we already ran earlier this week, which you can also find on youtube.com/All American Racing League. You can find our Julio Cornhole Board Series race that we ran there on Thursday in Nashville Super Speedway. Lap 64 of 150.
So right now, looking at the battle for the Lucky Dog, we've got Chad Snyder is now only 3.5 seconds behind Charlie Dickey, and that is the battle for the Lucky Dog spot. So Chad coming up through here, trying to catch Dickey to put himself in that position.
Yeah, he really cut a lot of that time away from where we were discussing that earlier. So Chad doesn't have a slow truck here. I mean, he qualified outside pole. Just had that incident, as we see the two Tyrone Yo get around with those fresher tires. Had that incident, which we believe to be a missed shift or a downshift at the very start of the race. Kind of wadded up a few of these trucks, but seems to still be carrying some decent speed if he can get back on the lead lap.
Yeah, and I feel like if Chad Snyder can get back on the lead lap here, with that caution, Chad may have something for Christian Delgado, but just judging by, how he's running back up through this field, he's able to get by Kyle Purcell and others to try to run down this 37 truck of Charlie Dickey.
Yeah, that would be indicative of having good long run speed, because it's not like Chad has that much. If he did take tires, on that first caution, which he likely did, he did spin those tires pretty bad. I don't know that he did, but he may have there when he got some of the damage straightened out on it. But it's not like he has that much fresher tires than anyone. But the long run speed, he seems to have a lot in that 26 truck.
Yeah, and that 26 now cut that gap down to just about 1 second over Charlie Dickey now.
That's less than a full set of corners here, folks. As we're coming to halfway here in just a few laps.
And I would imagine here in the next 4, 5, 6 laps or so, you'd see a lot of these drivers start hitting pit road once they hit that halfway mark.
Yeah, so that answered my question of whether they can go 75 laps. And it looks like they can. So there was, no one. That's why we weren't seeing anyone short pit and do a, two stop strategy here, because laps 75 is achievable apparently.
Does look like that 26 Chad Snyder now on the back bumper of the 37 of Charlie Dickey.
As we watch this battle, folks, we know we're watching a battle for a lap down, but I heard a crash somewhere on the track. If someone maybe just got up into the wall, I'm not seeing anything, but I kind of heard the carnage as the 26 goes to the inside of that 37 to be the first truck one lap down if he can complete this pass. And he does pretty easily. The leader's not that far behind these guys to put them second lap down. All right, so Chad Snyder, first truck lap down, is now in turn 2. as the leader is coming into turn 1. So that's another thing gonna have to fight to stay. Actually, Johnny May is 1 lap down now, so he is the first truck 1 lap down. Yeah, Johnny May hit pit road. Adam Ingerstein has been in twice.
Yeah, so now Chad's going to fight that almost 15 seconds now to try to catch Johnny May now for that lucky dog spot.
I don't know why Johnny May is staying out on track, though. I mean, you're over halfway. You got damage, and you just went a lap down.
Yeah, I would think he would have hit pit road. I mean, I would have probably hit pit road right at halfway or sooner than that. I think I would have short pitted with all that damage to try to get that corrected and make up some ground while you can.
Yeah, I mean, these trucks can't. I mean, what they're running? What 80% fuel here?
I believe it's 80.
Yeah, so I mean, I can't see that they can run 150 laps, which is over 70, like 78 miles or something, maybe more than that. I don't know that they can do that on 80% fuel. But the times have stabilized though to right at that 2.5 off of some of their best times.
Yeah, now we got Delgado coming up on the rear bumper of the 16 at Kyle Purcell to try to put Kyle a lap down here as well. Kyle is running in the 6th position.
Yeah, he's putting on a clinic here. It's a blistering pace. As you know, his best lap was in 1916, and his last lap was a 20.6. So he's still maintaining that 1.5 second fall off. Adam Ingerstein just passed Corey Shesher. Moves to his inside, making that pass.
Yeah, so that'll move Adam up to the 3rd position.
Corey's our first truck to hit pit road. He dives on down to get some 4 fresh tires and fill that thing full of fuel to run out this last 70 or 60 some laps. 56. Gets into his box nice and safe. Cal Purcell still holding on to that lead lap position there of 6th, but Christian Delgado is just hammering away. We saw the 48 coming back on track. Looks like there was some issues with like the 39 and possibly the 37 as he was coming back or re-entering the track.
Yeah, it looks like Corey kind of come right onto the track right behind the 39 and the 37 and kind of decided to split the gap to get going here. As we got a bunch of trucks on pit road now. Looks like we got Justin Horton's in. Chad Snyder is now in on pit road. Johnny May is in. Rodney Ewerbecker is in.
We'll see how much that made a difference for Corey Shesher. As you know, he's running a 19:13 this last time by, as Christian Delgado ran a 20.7. So, I mean, that's a huge gain he's going to make in that time. As we see, Don Manning got really loose. Almost hits that inside wall down the front stretch.
Now, while this is all taking place, Sean Purcell has now cut that gap to Christian Delgado down to about right around 3 seconds now, behind Christian Delgado.
Yeah, and as we see the 69 going the outside of the 2, looks like he's running down. He's maybe losing time to the 2. Yep, as the 2 makes the pass to the inside. Johnny may have had to use that fast repair early on because he didn't, or missed checking it. He's still carrying that damage. Yeah, Sean Purcell's moved within 2.7 seconds of your leader, Christian Delgado.
The problem is now the longer these leaders do stay out, it's going to give a chance to some of these drivers that just pitted, a few laps prior to gain a bunch of time here, maybe help themselves. I'm guessing a lot of these drivers that just pitted are hoping these leaders will stay out a few extra laps and try to gain some ground back.
Yeah, as you know, Corey Cheshire still putting down 19.5 second lap times. Christian Delgado is in. Your leader is in. His last lap was at 21:21.
Oh no, he missed pit road.
Oh, and he hits the. Yikes! That is damaging. That's going to cost him quite a bit of time, Dave.
Yeah, it's going to cost him a lot of time, and that allowed Angerstein to catch right up to him here, who was running P3 at the time, I believe.
Yeah, I mean, I think this is going to circle around to maybe Kyle Purcell's currently leading with Corey Cheshire in second. At 26, trying to get one of those laps back. As he moves to the inside of the 16, he gets one of the laps back the hard way. Christian Delgado is now a lap down to the field. Is that where we are now? Yes.
That's what it looks like, because Kyle Purcell still has not come down pit road. He's the last truck to not hit pit road yet.
Yeah, I mean, Corey Cheshire, he came down 10 laps earlier than Sean Purcell. He is now your leader. He just passes the 16 to take the lead, and he won't be stopping again. This may have been the winning move, was pitting that short pitting. I mean, anything can happen, folks. Still 52 laps to go. We could get a caution, but that was a heck of a move.
Yeah, and I'm not too sure right now at this point. I mean, maybe Kyle's hoping for a caution to kind of bunch this field back up and get some fresh tires then. But at this point, I'm not sure why he hasn't hit pit road yet.
Yeah, I mean, he's losing. He's losing about a second a lap.
We're coming to 50 to go here, and that will go fairly quick here on this half mile.
Now, Sean Purcell, he's in third position. He's currently 10.7 seconds behind Corey Cheshire. And really not running much faster laps, maybe a tenth and a half.
Yeah, right now it looks like you've got 4 cars on the lead lap. That's going to be Corey Cheshire, Kyle Purcell will be second, Sean Purcell in third, and Justin Horton in fourth. The first car lap down will go to Adam Angerstein.
We are on lap 102 of the We Will Never Forget 150 for the Orr Lawncare Truck Series.
Something happened to Kyle. And caution is out.
Wow, he's got a lot of damage to the front of that truck. Sean Purcell had just passed him. What's the last thing I see for him before the caution? Let's see if we can find out what happened.
Looks like a little bump from the 2 Tyrone Euros.
Oh, yes. Yep, we caught that there. He got a little bump. Got him around. That'll be an unhappy driver. Corey Cheshire comes back down pit road. Not a bad move with only, you're going to have, but when the lucky dog comes around, which I believe was,
Lucky dog.
Adam, I think it's time.
That should go to Adam.
Yep. All right, folks. Well, that was probably a good move. It looks like Corey Cheshire, Kyle Purcell's on pit lane, and Justin Horton are on pit lane. John stayed out. That little bit of tire advantage may hurt him, but we're gonna step away real quick and pay some bills. Don't go anywhere. You can you'll be able to watch the race while we're with this commercial break. Be right back.
Back to more racing action right after this. This race brought to you in part by Johnny Arnson Designs. Fine jewelry creations for 3 generations. Appointments are recommended. You can call 517-669-1944. Once again, that's 517-669-1944. John E. Arnson Designs, 209 South Bridge Street, DeWitt, Michigan. John E. Arnson, creating and designing unique jewelry since 1957.
Is your vehicle looking a little tired? It's Resurrection Detail to the rescue. No job too large or small, Resurrection Detail is ready to put your vehicle back in the spotlight. Take advantage of Resurrection Detail's mobile service and get a service call done on your time. Call 540-894-6411 for estimates and appointments, or simply direct message them on Facebook. Resurrection Detail, bring your vehicle back from the dead.
Now back to trackside action with the ORR Lawncare Truck Racing Series of the All-American.
All right, we're still pacing here at lap 106 of 150, and the We Will Never Forget 150. She'll be getting them lined up 2 by 2 here just shortly. Not sure the admins may be trying to figure out some positioning. Sean Purcell is currently your leader. Second position belongs to Corey Cheshire. Kyle Purcell is third. Justin Horton fourth. Adam Engerstein is fifth. Sixth is Christian Delgado. Now, Christian looks like he took the wave around, but I don't know that Sean Purcell came to pit road, so I'm not sure about that.
I don't know. It doesn't look like. Christian Delgado may have gotten around Corey Cheshire there before the yellow came out. I'm not too sure, but pace car is off.
Sean Purcell will bring us down to the green flag as he gets a good jump. 48 of Cheshire's on the outside of the 16 of Kyle Purcell. Take that second position away.
Now it'll be interesting to see what Christian Delgado can do now, mired back in the field here. See if he can get back up to the front after leading, pretty much this whole race.
And he had to start tail into the longest line, I believe.
We got a battle for the lead here. Corey Cheshire is going to dive to the inside of Sean Purcell. Can't quite make it stick on that bottom.
That allows the 16 of Kyle Purcell to draw right on the back of these two trucks. Top 4 under a blanket. It was the 16 almost gets into the back of that 48 of Corey Cheshire. And he moves to his inside. 16 to the inside of the 48. The 48 slips up the track just a little bit. But gets a good run off to still battle back on that outside, but it looks like the 16 is going to get him. Now the 39 is going to try to go through that open door as well, but the 48 still fighting back on the outside of the 16.
Yeah, just a little wiggle for the 16 down there on corner entry allows the 48 to keep to his outside.
Meanwhile, Sean Purcell has moved out to a half-second lead over this trio behind him. Ooh, we just saw a driver flash away. That was Corey Cheshire. Okay, he's back now. Oh, the 92 Don Manning having some trouble bringing it down to pit road.
So here we go. Now, brothers Sean and Kyle. Looks like Kyle's looking for a way around his brother Sean.
Yeah, and we see this between these two guys, battling close to each other a lot throughout all races and all disciplines that we've seen them race in. But it always seems that Kyle Purcell is really faster on the short run, and Sean is usually faster on that long run, and kind of tire saving and fuel saving, as the 16 is to the outside of the 00. Oh, it gives him a big run off the turn as he crosses over to the inside. 00 still pulling away. John Purcell, your leader. 39 moves to the outside. Kyle Purcell tucks back in line. 48 Scheschler's back into this battle.
And caution is out. Looks like Chad Snyder has had a problem.
Seeing that on my display anywhere. See if we can find out what happened. Well, that was a pass over May.
Looks like Adam and Chad made some contact.
Corey Cheshire's back down pit lane, as well as Adam Angerstein, Christian Delgado, and Chad Snyder all on pit lane, as we're trying to see what happened between this 9 and 26 here. Oh, yeah. The 9 drives it in way, way deep. 26 is coming down just a little bit. Didn't realize he was being charged that hard through the turn.
Yeah, I don't think Chad realized that Adam was down below him. Chad kind of came down a little bit from the looks.
Corey Cheshire just leaves pit road. Christian Delgado leaving pit road. Chad Snyder is exiting pit road.
So I'm not sure who the lucky dog was on that. Was that Johnny May, possibly?
No, because the 26 had just gotten around him.
Okay.
But the 26 was in the accident, so I don't know. We may not have had one because the 26 was in the accident. I don't know what the admins will do on this one. I don't know. I guess it depends on where they found fault.
Yeah, right now on my screen it's showing both Johnny May and Adam Angerstein on the lead lap.
Oh,
it's showing Johnny May is in 5th.
Yeah, I don't know how. Not sure how you got that back. Or Adam, for that matter. Uh-oh, the 26 and the 9, not real happy with each other there. We got 30 laps to go, folks. There are 7 cars back on this lead lap. As Johnny May and Adam Angerstein are back on the lead lap. Oh, you know what? The leaders pitted. These guys took wave rounds to put them back on the 9 and the 26 are slowing on the backstretch. 26 moving on around them. And some guys do that. You get the iRacing officials tell you, hey, let this car around, let this car around. Well, that's all fine, but don't slow up on the track to do it, in my opinion. It's much better to make it the responsibility of the person that has to do the passing to do the passing. If any penalties are called, then we'll straighten that out in the wash. There's admins to do that. But a lot of guys do that, especially in official races, and it's really dangerous.
Yeah, it looks like that last caution they called it on Adam Angerstein was given the EOL.
Okay, so he was trying to drop back there as the pace car is in. Sean Purcell and Kyle Purcell are the 2 front trucks. Sean Purcell is your control truck, as you'll see him smash on the throttle here, and he gets away. Oh, but not much on his brother. Kyle Purcell pushing hard on that outside in the 16. Corey Cheshire's back in this battle as he moves into 3rd. Here comes Christian Delgado taking over that 4th position.
Kyle's trying to get to the outside of Sean. Can't quite make it happen. Here comes Corey. Kyle's going to shut the door on Corey as they battle down the front stretch here.
Maybe a little contact between the 16 and 00. As the 48 moves to the outside.
48 on the outside. Try to
Out
cross
of the inside.
over. And Can't quite make it stick.
At 48 is you got a fast truck. Christian Delgado is trying to take over that third position from Kyle Purcell.
Oh, gets real loose off of 2.
I'm gonna quit calling out names. I don't want to have that curse hit anyone else, but no. So the 48 still working on the back of this 00 as he now moves to his inside. What a good run off the turn for Corey Cheshire as he makes that pass going into 3.
New leader is the 48 of Corey Cheshire.
Sean Purcell has fallen back to second, and now being battled by his brother Sean Purcell second, being battled by Kyle Purcell on the inside. Kyle makes that, doesn't quite complete the pass yet, but now completes it going into 1. Little bumper by the 00.
And now here comes Christian Delgado back into this mix. He's going to look to the inside of Sean Purcell.
Meanwhile, the 9 and 39 are moving into this battle as well. All lead lap trucks.
The 13 has cleared the 00 Sean Purcell. He's going to go after the 16 of Kyle Purcell now.
As the 9 is on the inside of the 00 of Sean Purcell. Makes that pass. Corey Cheshire is out to a 1.7 second lead over Kyle Purcell. Wasn't all that long ago that Christian Delgado was dominating this race, and now he's back up. He went a lap down, has gotten that lap back, and is now back up in the 3rd position, trying to take second away from Kyle Purcell.
And he's going to take a look to the inside down here in turn 1. Maybe side by side down the back stretch. A little bit of contact.
Adam Engerstein's waiting there for that door to be open to see which driver to follow. "16 slams the door. P2 for the 13 of Christian Delgado.
Oh, contact between the 9 and the 16. The 16 goes around.
Wow. Let's take another look at that, folks.
Oh, you can see in this replay, Adam kind of drove it in a little hard and lost. You can see him lose the rear of that truck just a little bit.
Yep.
Just made it ever so slight contact there with the 16.
Yeah, he was loose. He was loose and just could not keep the front end from washing up after the rear end stepped out a little bit, and then the front just started sliding. Corey Cheshire is on pit road. Like all of our leaders, Christian Delgado stayed out. But so Adam Engerstein and Christian Delgado stay out. The rest of your leaders have hit pit road. This battle off the pit road is maybe. I mean, they're going to have quite a bit fresher tires with just 15 laps left. They're looking at least about 30 laps fresher tires, 20 laps. The last was 117. Corey Cheshire's your first off pit road. Chad Snyder is back on the lead lap. 5th position. Check that 6th position.
And right now it's showing Delgado is the leader, Angerstein is 2nd, but I would imagine
Adam came on down.
Angerstein would be getting a POL penalty as well.
Yeah, so and he went ahead and came on down pit road with the lap cars. Oh, so Chad Snyder last pitted on 116. He stayed out apparently for the wave around. Guessing because he hasn't pitted yet. Unless my scoring just hasn't shown him hitting yet.
It looks like Delgado's in. I apologize for that. It would not go back to the live screen for me.
Well, that's what I'm wondering. I'm not. My scoring wasn't showing. Christian came down. He came down late. He saw that all these other drivers had pitted, and he decided to go ahead and come down. Which, fortunately, mires him back. You know, the in 8th position. He'll be the last car on the lead lap. Now, Chad Snyder's going to be in trouble though.
Yeah, Chad's going to have to start the rear of this as well. Looks like Adam is taking his EOL penalty as we speak.
Well, I mean, yeah, and Chad last put it on 116, so there's 15, 16 or 17 laps difference.
And it may be a case, I'm not sure how many sets of tires they have in the pits, but if he took tires on that initial first lap caution, he could be short on tires.
That is true. That is true. I'm not sure the tires here either. It's like your set +4 or set +3. I think it's set +4 for the trucks. Nonetheless, we should see the lights are going off on the pace car this time around. Yeah, they are out. We will go green this time by. Corey Cheshire is your leader. Sean Purcell is second. Justin Horton third. Johnny May is fourth. Al Purcell's fifth. Christian Delgado is sixth. Chad Snyder seventh. And Adam Ingerstein is eighth. Ninth is Rodney Uberpacker. And the field just jumbled again. But ninth is Rodney Uberpacker. 10th is Charlie Dickey. 11th is Nathan Christensen. Tyrone Yo's 12th. Tyrone Yo is 11th. Nathan Christensen is 12th. 13th is Don Manning. And Jackson Minter rounds out the field.
And we are back to green. Big jump for Corey Cheshire off of turn 1.
And the 39 is trying to work on the inside of the 00 for that second position. And he falls back in line. As you see the 13 and 69 battling side by side there. Johnny May got that damage corrected to his truck, used that fast repair, and is back in this thing. He's on that high line, though, and he has the 16 and 13 to his inside. They both get around. Johnny May is bouncing off the wall.
Ooh, something happened to Delgado, too, here. Caution is out again.
Oh, and the 16 is around. That was Cal Purcell who crashed. This may have been the wreck before. No, this is it right here. Let's see what we have here.
Oh, Delgado came off the wall. He hit the wall.
Yeah, so Johnny May hits the wall. Oh, and then the 13 hits the wall, comes down and clips that 16. And it looks like everybody else makes it by without any trouble. This was, 16 has found his share of trouble tonight. I think that's the third time he's been around. Not of his own doing, but it makes for a tough night there.
Yeah, it's been a rough race for him. It seems like he hasn't been able to catch a break at all during this race.
But Chad Snyder's in getting his 4 fresh tires now. Back on the lead lap. Going to be restarting in the 8th position. Well, actually, it depends. If Delgado gets that penalty, then he'll move down to the 8th position. I'm not sure. I'm sure that's who they'll have to find at fault for that. But I'm not the race control, so I don't know. We'll just have to watch and see. Cal Purcell is now on pit road.
And something tells me we're not done with the yellows yet. So even Chad sitting back there in like that 7th position, if you can make up a little bit of ground, with those fresh tires, get a caution real quick, could get you in position for a chance at the win. And I think this is going to get a little crazy here coming down to the end. We got 7 laps to go.
Yeah, it's been an exciting one for sure. I mean, even to have a smaller field than what we're used to here in the Orr Lawncare Truck Series, it has been a very exciting race. The passing has been good. The racing has been action packed, to say the least.
Yeah, since we get that caution, late, it seems like it's been a little bit more exciting here. People get to the end of this, a little bit more pushing and shoving, which you're going to get, especially here on the short track. So I think we're going to see more of that. Probably get the green here with about 4 to go, I'm guessing.
Yeah, we do have 3 green-white checkers here. So, as David was saying, this may not be our last caution. You got some fast trucks towards the back with Christian Delgado of the lead lap. With Christian Delgado, Kyle Purcell, Chad Snyder. And they're going to be in a hurry to get through this field.
Yeah, and the lights are out. We'll be getting the green next time by here. Off of turn 1. Looks like Corey Cheshire blinking just a little bit with a little bit of an internet connection issue. Seems to be stable now. We're going to take the green with 5 to go. Corey is off. Great jump for Corey.
We're riding along with Corey Cheshire, our leader, as he just blinked out again. Come back and ride with Sean Purcell here right behind him. This is your battle for the lead, folks. Caution is out. Again. Adam Mangerstein. The 69, Johnny May, just gets a little loose, as he has most of the night, coming out of the turn and going down the straightaway, and happened to get into the side of the 9. Take another look at that, folks. Should see the 69 just kind of get loose. I mean, the 9's squeezing him to the wall, and it looks like the 69 just kind of got loose there on the exit and gets down and into the 9, spins the 9 out. Everyone seems to get around all right on the incident.
Yeah, so just looking ahead here, would be the first green-white checker. Looks like Johnny May more than likely will have the EOL. That's going to bump Chad Snyder up 2 positions on that last one. So Chad should be restarting in the 4th position, getting him a little bit closer. That's going to bump Delgado up a spot. He should be sitting in 5th.
Yeah, and there's no bias from this booth, but the reason we've been talking about Chad Snyder is because his speed really picked up, and especially for this track. We were expecting good things out of him. He had that mishap of lap 1, put him one time. I think he was a couple laps down there, and now is back on the lead lap with that very fast and clean-looking truck at the moment.
Yeah, it's just looking back at that lap 1 incident. Like you said, Chad started, I think, outside pole. Missed the shift, got behind early. Has really drove the wheels off that truck to get back in this position. So it's great to see him back on the lead lap and within a stone's throw of the leader here as things wind down. First green-white checkered coming up. Something tells me we're going to have another one, but I don't want to, I don't want to curse him or anything. But this is going to get exciting here once again.
We're looking at some of the hoods. Some pretty cool paint schemes for their sponsors here tonight. Going to be giving it their all here. These drivers going to be giving it their all here with 3 laps to go. This will be a green-white checker start finish. Any way we go about it, if they make it to the final lap, the next flag will end the race.
The lights are out on top of that pace car. We'll be going green this time, but
Corey Cheshire will be your control truck. Dave, buckle that seatbelt, man. Let's get ready for it. Pace car is off. Hammer down. Corey Cheshire pulls away.
oh, that's going to give Horton the spot down on the inside, fighting to that inside of Sean Purcell.
Sean really tried to drive it in deep there. Was able to keep it out of the wall and able to pull off that, keep that position. Oh, I'm hearing somebody sliding around back there. Tyrone Yo has crashed. You would have him with Tyrone. This Cal Purcell was in this one as well. Let's see if we can't see what happened here. A little closer view.
Ooh, looks like the 9 got into the 2. That looked like some netcode.
Once again, Adam drove it in a little bit deep there. I'm not sure what happened to Cal Purcell. Let's see what happened there. He was, once again, a part of this. We were just talking about that. He was up in front of this wreck. Oh, and he spins himself. Well, almost spins, and then the 9 catches the back of him. I think the 9 and 16 are fighting for the record of how many incidents they can be a part of this race.
Yeah, a rough night for both those drivers up to this point. Now we'll have our second attempt at a green-white checker.
This is the We Will Never Forget 150. Today is September the 11th, 21-year anniversary of a day many of us will never forget. And if your children don't know about it, when they're old enough to understand it, sit them down and talk to them about it. Let them know what happened, and most importantly, let them know how a country came together. Division was not a thing in this country. The days and weeks following that event. And we kind of need to get back there, Dave.
Absolutely. A lot of fighting, bickering going on in the world today. People don't want to see eye to eye, but like you said, on September 11th, 2001, everyone came together.
And we will never forget. So we are the All-American Sim Racing Network. This is the All-American Racing League. This is the Orr Lawncare Truck Series. We will never forget 150. 3 laps to go here, Dave. Another green-white checkered second one of the night. We get, I think, is it unlimited green-white checkers?
I believe it's 3.
Okay.
I believe. I'm not 100% sure. We're going to find out.
Yeah, I think we are going to find out. Don't go anywhere, folks. We will be interviewing the top 3 finishers after the race tonight. Maybe some tempers flared, but we'll try to keep it PG-13 if we can. Lights are off on that pace car. We'll go green this time by when the pace car drops off. Dave, bring him down to the green.
All right, pace car is off. It's pit road. And Corey Cheshire jumps. Here we go. Down in turn 1. Good jump for the 48. Looks like everyone's single file here. Chad's going to file in behind the 39 of Horton. Horton back to the inside of the 00 Sean Purcell.
Yeah, every driver trying to get what they can get here in these last few laps. And the 39 makes his way to the inside of the 00. Almost completes that pass. The 00 is able to carry that momentum off the turn. Corey Cheshire's pulling away with the lead. So this battle's going to be for second position.
Oh, contact, and around goes Sean.
And the 26 was able to get by. Justin Horton able to get by, but Justin was going to be the...
That's going to be it, right?
Yeah, that's going to be it. 39 to the inside. The 26 gets second. Delgado gets spun. 69 is damaged. We're going to try to pull some of this together, folks. Corey Cheshire is your winner. Chad Snyder is second. Justin Horton is third. But let's go back. Wow.
we missed a lot when that wreck happened.
Adam Engerstein was involved in something. He's the only one I'm showing. He and Sean Purcell. I don't see anything for Adam, really. Let's go check with Sean Purcell and see what kind of replays we have on that one.
Yeah, it looks like that mess with Kyle. It looks like Delgado got loose again.
Oh, wow.
Coming
69. 69 took one heck of a hit there. Gonna look at that again. Let's see if I can get this real quick, just because that looked pretty rough. We're gonna go in the cockpit of Johnny May during this incident. Let's see if we can get in Johnny May. There we go. Oh, yeah, Johnny was already losing it, and then ended up getting into his driver in the 00. But Corey Cheshire is your winner tonight, folks. Let's see if we can get Corey in here and talk to him real quick, and then we'll bring in second and third place.
All right, let's see. Hey, Corey, it's Dave in the booth. You got us?
Yes, sir.
Hey, nice job on the win. A little crazy there at the end. We were kind of expecting it, waiting for it to happen. Up and down night, but great job on the win. Walk us through your night a little bit.
Yeah, it was, the first run was good. We had like 90 laps, and I pitted early and got bumped, so I pitted early, and it actually helped me out. And after that, it seemed real good. And then we had all them cautions at the end, and just trying to stay up front.
Yeah, so with all those cautions, I mean, tell us what goes through your mind when you're, here you are the leader, you're getting really good restarts, but you're going to have to rack them up and do it all over again.
Yeah, it was messed up at the end because at first they said I sped up because somebody said something, so they tried to say I went too fast, I wanted to restart, but I was holding speed, and somebody said I was going too slow, so I sped up, and then that was a problem. So it was kind of worried about trying to hold the speed right before we started.
Yeah, and I know here there's like a no start area as far as iRacing controlled start area. I don't believe so. You wouldn't get any flags for that. So yeah, it's kind of hard to keep that when you're the truck at the front. You're trying to keep that speed exactly where it is, and the folks behind you, they're thinking one thing, and you're doing your thing. So great job tonight, man. You pulled it off. Anyone you would like to thank or give a shout out to while we got you on here?
Well, it was, like I said, it was the truck. Like I said, I've had bad races since the league kind of started, and just glad I can get this one now locked into the playoffs. So,
yeah, well, Corey, congratulations. We're going to send you back to celebrate with your team and the other drivers. And again, great run.
Thanks, man.
All right, let's get Mr. Chad Snyder.
Okay, where is Chad? We'll pull Chad in. Chad, Dave in the booth. You got us?
Yes, sir. I got you guys.
Hey, Chad. Man, you had a heck of a night tonight. At one time you were laps down, or at least one lap down, and maybe after cautions, obviously, or after green flag pit stops, you dropped a little bit more. But man, you had a fast piece once you got it repaired there. Can you tell us what happened at the start? We speculated, but we'd like to hear from you what transpired there to cause that event.
Yeah, that was embarrassing to say the least. The stat sheet's definitely not going to tell the story for my night. Started second, finished second, because there was a lot of stuff in between. But no, when I went to shift, me and Christian were in communication with each other. We went at the same time. And then when I went to shift from second to third, my shift got hung up on the gate. And chaos ensued after that. So kind of a stupid move to make on the initial start for me right there. But man, this resurrection detail forward was so fast. Just even when I got a lap down, I think I still drove up to around fourth and fifth place throughout that first run. And then just finally got my lap back on the lead lap there. That second to last caution, was able to get around the chaos there at the end and pull out a P2. So I'm thrilled with that.
Yeah, man, great run. The truck looked good getting around the track there. Congratulations on the finish. Dave, what you got for him?
No, it was a great run, Chad. Like I kept mentioning it through the broadcast, I was just kind of keeping an eye on you because I knew you had a good fast truck. Watching your qualifying and your practice. So, just some unfortunate chain of events that happened throughout this race. But great job to come back and get P2. That was fun to watch.
Yeah, man, I appreciate you guys putting this on. Dave, appreciate you having this league, giving us an opportunity to race here. A little looking from Christian Delgado, man, he was bad fast this entire race and just had a little pit road incident not of his making that kind of cost him the win. So I know he's disappointed. I'm disappointed for him. I'm disappointed also for Sean getting turned there at the end, but that gave me the way to get up to P2. So it's fun. I'm looking forward to wheeling it with you guys on Tuesday night at the big track up the road.
Yeah, absolutely. That'll be a good time on Tuesday. So, Chad, anyone else you'd like to thank or shout out while we got John here before we send you back to celebrate with your team?
I just want to go. I'll shout out my brother Sean Snyder and his company Resurrection Detail for being on the truck. They've been they're on a full year commitment here for the limited schedule I'm running. They're also on my cup car for about half a season, and it will also be Tuesday. I want to thank teammates, man. They've helped me out a lot here with Johnny May, Christian Delgado. Has been helping us as well. So we all had fast trucks tonight, man. It just didn't turn out as great for some of us as it did for others. But we'll be back.
Absolutely. Well, congratulations again. We'll send you back.
Thank you, fellas.
That was second place Chad Snyder. Again, Corey Cheshire was your winner. Chad Snyder was second. And now we're going to talk with Justin Horton.
Justin, Dave in the booth. You got us?
Oh, yeah, I got you guys.
Hey, Justin. A little bit of up and down night, I think, for a lot of drivers. Kind of crazy there at the end. But, I know Chad got you right there on the last lap for P2, but can't be too disappointed with the P3. Walk us through your night a little bit and how it went for you.
A lot of ups and downs, a lot of cautions. There was that we had a caution right at the end. Was talking to Sean and apologized to him for getting to him at the end. He said it was just short track race, and I want to thank Jeremy Flanagan, for having me in the truck this season and sponsoring me. I want to thank his sponsors, Foxfire Foods and Luna Steak Sauce, for theoretically and literally putting the food on the table. I want to apologize to Sean because I got into him at the end. Better driver than I was. I just got a little bit loose on the exit. Talked to him about it. I apologized to let him know, that's not how I like to drive. I had no intention of getting into him. I feel bad that I, screwed up his second place finish. Shouldn't have happened. I should remember on these types of tracks, you gotta mostly right at the end on these loose exits. I should have had a little more break into it. Just barely nipped him in the tire and kind of screwed up his finish. But yeah, overall, interesting race.
Yeah, and that happens from time to time. Sean's a good driver. Sean's a decent person. He realized that's the best thing that sums up this race is short track racing. It was fun to watch, and congratulations on that P3 finish.
Hey, thank you very much. Once again, thank you to everyone. Shout out to the Bean team. Once again, apologies to Sean for getting into you. Thank you for being cool about it after the race. I guess I'll see whether or not I get penalized or not. I have no idea. I just had mentioned in the race chat that I felt terrible during the wreck because that's not how I race. It's just an accident, but you always got to feel bad. We got all that way. He had a great race, and then I accidentally get into him, so you feel terrible about that kind of wreck.
Yeah, absolutely, and that's it shows class. Making the apologies and publicly making them, but again, still congratulations on your P3. We'll send you back to talk with Sean and the rest of the guys.
All right, thank you guys very much. Thanks for the broadcast today.
Yeah, no problem. Hey, Dave. Well, we're at the end of another one. This is a playoff race, I believe. We're in those.
I think we got one more to go.
One more before the playoffs. Okay.
So yeah, I was just kind of looking over here. The truck points coming into tonight. I know Lilith Peters wasn't here tonight, so that's going to shake some stuff up. But coming into tonight, it was Lilith Peters in first, then Kyle Purcell second, Sean Purcell third, and Christian Delgado fourth, separated by 12 points there to the top four. So it's going to shake up a little bit without Lilith Peters making the race tonight. But yeah, we go to Holmes. Let me see. I just want to make sure I get this right. Homestead Miami Speedway next week, September 18th. So next Sunday we'll be at Homestead, and that'll be the last chance for any of these drivers to make. I believe is it top 16 in this series. Top 12. Top
yes.
12.
Yeah.
So yeah, right now that battle is between Corey Cheshire in 12th and Johnny May in 13th, separated by about let's see, quick math, about 16 points or so. So that's where the battle is there.
Yeah, well, that's heating up with one race to go. So you guys tune in next week at Homestead, and we'll be bringing it to you here live. Your race results for tonight. Your winner is Corey Cheshire. Second is Chad Snyder. Third is Justin Horton. Fourth is Christian Delgado. Finishing fifth was Kyle Purcell. Rodney Uberpacker finishes sixth. Seventh is Johnny May. Sean Purcell is eighth. Adam Ingerstein is ninth. 10th, Charlie Dickey. 11th, Nathan Christensen. 12th, Tyrone Yo. Don Manning 13th. And out early was Jackson Minter in 14th. We are the All-American Sim Racing Network. This was the We Will Never Forget 150 for the All-American Racing League. We are out.